Hello everyone, welcome back, welcome to my channel. If you are new, what a frustrating week it's been. I have to say that I've been trying to do this reading for you for about a week now. There was 2 or 3 times that I was going to come into my office and actually create the video. Something happened every time to stop me from coming in here. Then when I finally did record it a couple of days ago, I went to edit it and realized there's no sound. I was so disappointed because it was an amazing reading and the messages that came through were so awesome. I know Spirit's going to give me those messages back again, and I'm going to remember some of the ones that came through when I did it. But so the cards are all still in place. I've turned the ones I can upside down so that you can be surprised when they come out. We're going to have another go. If it doesn't work this time, then I guess I give up because it's not meant to be. Now, what I want to start out with is, I told you in the last reading I did that Mr. Wonderful, my Earth Angel in Australia, Andrew, had gifted me with these beautiful candles that he makes from his company called Enchanted Waxworks in Australia. These are top shelf candles, people. So if you're looking for a gift, a very, very special gift for someone, these candles are to die for. The scent, the way he creates them, the jar they're in. I mean, he even goes to the extremes of making sure he's got the right wax, and he just goes to all ends, above and beyond, to create the best product. Look at this. It's got this shiny, chromy inside to it. This one is lily and bamboo. Oh, it's heavenly. It smells like a 5-star spa. It's so beautiful. But even look at his logo. Isn't that the best? So his link down below again, everybody. If you're interested in looking into a candle for yourself, treat yourself, or for somebody special, okay? So that is one of the other ones. The other one, the first one we started off with, if you remember, was this sparkly one here. Absolutely beautiful. Okay, that's in the last video. And that is Master 22, because he creates candles for the master numbers 11 and 22. And I'm sure if you asked him if you wanted a master number 33 or 44 or 77, he would do those for you too. So just reach out to him if you have any questions, okay? Now, I wanted to start off with the cards that came out from the Moonology deck and the Moonology Manifestation deck. And we have got, from the Moonology deck, New Moon. A new start is coming. New moons are always about a new start, always. Full moons are about endings. They're about completions. This is about manifesting. Full moons are about releasing, to get ready for the manifestation. The other one we have is New Moon in Taurus. Prosperity lies ahead. Taurus is always about prosperity, okay? And if you remember, the message that's been coming through for quite a while for us is that once we get past this financial struggle that we find ourselves in, we will never have to worry about money again. Maybe this new moon brings it in. I feel like, for myself, this new moon is a brand new start. It is a new moon, so it's about new beginnings, but I feel like it draws the line in that sand for the completion of what needed to complete so that we can step into that new prosperous beginning, okay? Now that doesn't mean the day after the new moon you're going to be, coming into some money. You could be, but time is it's not the same here as it is there, okay? So the Moonology Manifestation deck, this is New Moon in Taurus, and it says, know your worth. When you know your worth, you will be paid in, what's the word they're giving me here? What is that saying? Paid in, I can't remember it. I think that's the saying they're trying to give me though. Paid in penance? Is that what I'm not sure if that's what it is, but it feels to me like once you know your worth, then you will receive that worth. So that's why you keep being suggested to dream big, dream bigger, 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 bigger. I asked my son today about getting an SUV. He's got a car, and I said something about an SUV, and he said, well, to be honest, I love my car, so I would keep it. And if I ever did buy a second vehicle, which I'd like to do, it would be an SUV, and then my car would be my weekend car. And it's an older vehicle. So I said to him, really? You wouldn't want your weekend car to be a Lamborghini or a Ferrari or maybe a Lotus? And then he got rolling because I said, dream bigger, bigger, much bigger than your old vehicle there. So that's when he came up with this. I forget what it is. It's some kind of Mustang though. And it's like, okay, that's better. So dream bigger, dream bigger. Know your worth. Know what you're worthy of. Okay? Because whatever you put on yourself is what you're going to get back from the universe. So go big. Go big or go home, like they say, right? Okay, so I want to start off right here by thanking Yasmin Boland for her Moonology decks, but I also want to thank her for all the lunar information that we get, because everything that I come across to you with is from her Moonology diary book that I buy from her every year. Now, the link to all the decks that I'm using here will be down below in the description box, and the link to the diary will be down there as well, okay? Now, this is a black new moon in Taurus, okay? And it's called a black new moon, or, well, a black moon, because it is the third new moon in a season, okay? And there are 4 new moons. So this is going to be spring in the northern hemisphere and autumn down under. The good news here is that we're pretty much through the most challenging part of the year now. Thank God. I don't know if the rest of you feel that way, but that's how I'm feeling. It's been a tough one. So hopefully you've sailed through so far. And if so, that augurs well for the rest of 2023. Not that it's going to be 100% easy. It never is, right? But we are on this planet to evolve, don't forget. And any challenges that come our way, we should view those through the lens, if at all possible, that it is about our evolution. It is for our highest good. So use this new moon to affirm that you're going to make the most of the rest of 2023. The new moon is making what's called an out of sign aspect to planet, which is the Pluto. Sorry, my mind is just going crazy here for some reason. The new moon is making what's called an out of sign aspect to Pluto, and that is the planet of power and passion. Also to Mars, which is the planet of drive and determination. Now, this is going to suggest that there will be a lot of energy to get things done. You're going to feel motivated. You're going to feel driven. It also suggests that even if you've gone through a rough time in the last month or two, that can turn around now, just like that. Okay? Now, note that Taurus is the sign of cash. Like I said, it's prosperity. It rules Wall Street. So, if you make only one wish all year about abundance, make it now. Knowing what you want is halfway to sorting the issue. Then all you have to do is take action. It's a month when amazing things can happen. So cross your fingers, because everything is possible, right? I just need to get a drink here. Okay. This is Queen of the Moon Oracle. And your first card out is Long Night Moon or Darkness. Card number 40. Second card out is number 5, Waxing Crescent 3, and it's the Growth card. That's a given, especially with what moon this is. It's all about our evolution, right? Card number 9, this is the first quarter moon, and it's about assessing. I love this card in this deck. I don't know what it is about this card, but it always grabs me and gives me kind of a bliss hit when I see it for some reason. Your final card here is number 10, and it's the waxing gibbous 1, and it's discernment. Now, because I've already done the reading and finished it, I've got everything in order. So this is the order that these go in, okay? Now, the darkness card, this is the long night moon is the new moon in December. Now, the long night moon is the last sliver of light you see on the moon right before it becomes a complete new moon. Okay, so this is going to be the night before the new moon. And this will be in December, last December. Okay, so something took place last December that you were either already in a darkness and it was happening to pull you out of that darkness. Now that could be a situationship, it could be a relationship, it could be a career, business, where you live. Something pulled you out of an area of your life that wasn't for your highest good, okay? Because it wanted to take you to the light, and that's the growth. And this is May 22nd. Now again, timing is not exact here, okay? Because timing is so different on the other side. In fact, there really isn't timing on the other side. They don't base things on timing over there. It's more on an energetic readiness, if you will. So this is a May 22nd timing, okay? So sometime in May here. This is just a few days after the new moon. Keep that in mind. But this took place for your growth, okay? Now, this transition, I want to call this a transition, possibly started around the new moon in December, and it's maybe been working on you since then to bring this growth in May, okay? It allows you to see things a whole lot clearer than you were seeing. It's clarity for you. It allows you to assess and determine. It's going to help you to make decisions. Now, this is around May 26th, this quarter moon. Okay, so this is a little bit after the growth period. It's about a week after the new moon. But it's all about you being able to focus your attention forward to your next move or your next step, and really be able to see clearly what you need to see in order to make that decision. Whatever it is, make that decision to move forward, okay? And as well, you see that she's got clouds. Her head is in the clouds. You are coming out of that. If you feel like you've been in a fog, so to speak, or your head's been in the clouds, you just haven't got a clue what's going on. You don't know what direction to move in. What is happening to me in my life right now? What is going on? This is forward movement. You are going to be able to be discerning. And you might not be out of that fog or have your head out of the clouds yet, but look at what she's got between her hands here. This is energy. You're going to feel it, okay? It's also right at the heart chakra. And I'm starting to understand why I needed to redo this reading, because there are messages coming through here that did not come through for you guys when I first did this. A lot of them are, but this did not come through. So this is something that maybe I needed to evolve a little bit more so that I could pick up on this message. This is all about an energy. You're going to feel your forward movement. Trust your intuition, okay? Follow your heart, follow your bliss, follow the love, what feels good, move in that direction. That discernment card is around, if I didn't say, May 27th. So look at the timing of these. Something kick-started you in December for this very, very big and incredible growth spurt that you needed to go through. I feel like the timing around this, the May 22nd, I feel like the growth is done. You've achieved what you needed to achieve with that growth. And that's why it allows you to assess and discern moving forward. You know, if you're in a place where you've been struggling financially, like I have been, I'm not in any different financial situation than I was a month ago. I'm still very broke, but I don't care. And that, I think, is part of this growth. I'm not letting it upset my world. I'm moving forward. I know exactly where I'm going. I'm going to be living on an acreage, in a RV trailer, and I've lived there before, not in the trailer, but I've lived in the house on this acreage before. There is, they call it a pasture, but it's this huge treed area where they have created pathways that, weave and wind and go up and down and all over the place. You can enter this pasture from 1, 2, 3, 4 or 5 different ways. And each time you do, you're taking a different path. And it takes 1.5 hours to 2 hours just to walk the one path. But it's absolutely heavenly. You may be guided to move in the direction of something like that. Even though you don't have the money, you don't know how you're going to get there, take that first step. It will come. Now, I've found myself moving forward just a little bit faster than Spirit wants me to move. I used to move probably weeks or months faster than Spirit wanted me to. You have probably slowed down. This growth spurt, I believe, is what is slowing us down. Okay, because we need to slow down. Things need to be ready for us before we get to them. Otherwise, we walk right past it. So slow yourself down a little bit. Allow the forward movement, but in timing with your intuitive knowledge. Okay, that's what I'm getting right now. Anyways, I've got my vehicle up for sale. I've got several people that right away came through. They were interested, asked a bunch of questions, and then they just kind of went to sleep. And I started to say, come on, I got to sell this. I got to move in 2 weeks, and I want my vehicle to be sold so I can get that new vehicle and get everything in order. And I realized, okay, I'm getting ahead of myself here. I need to slow down. Spirit is going to bring everything you need when you need it. Your needs moving forward are always going to be met. Let go of the fear. Let go of the worry. This transition right here is going to allow you to see when you need to see, when you're ready to see. You can't force it. You can't push it. Like I said, you will miss the opportunities. So just sit back, chill out. Everything's going to be okay. All will be well. Okay? Now, this row here is the deck Intuit. I cannot give you, I can't give you a link to that deck because it was gifted to me from the person that created it. And I apologize, I can't, Kimberly, I think is her first name, but I can't remember her last name. I don't know where you can grab this, but the name of the deck is Intuit. So it's IN2IT. Okay? And the interesting thing here, every one of these 3 cards is a messenger card or a page card where you get messages. Your first one out is on top of the darkness and the growth card, and it's the messenger of water or the page of cups. And it says romantic gestures, youthful, dreamer, idealistic, naive, psychic, inner voice, love offer, messages, romance, sensitive, spiritual, beauty, and art. Now, each one of those is going to resonate in a different way with each one of you. And maybe not all of them are going to resonate. Maybe only one resonates with you. Take what does, okay? And leave everything else behind. Because I'll tell you what Spirit is making stand out to me in this card for this situation here is dreamer, naive, inner voice, messages, spiritual. That doesn't mean that there isn't anything else that's resonating for you. Okay, like I said, follow your gut. Allow what resonates to resonate. That's just what's resonating with me for the guidance here. Now, this, you need to get to know your worth, correct? That's what we're saying here with this new moon in Taurus. Know your worth. That is part of this growth as well, okay? It's coming out of a naivety that you possibly lived in when you were back here. You had a lot of dreams, but you were naive. Maybe you didn't believe. Maybe you weren't fully connected to spirit the way you needed to be. Or maybe you were focused on a romantic situation that you were in or wanted to be in and just hyper-focused, so you couldn't see anything else that was coming in your vicinity, in your little bubble, okay? So this is going to bring you out of this. This is going to move you forward into a place of continuing to dream. That's a good thing. Dreaming is what you want to do. Being an idealist, I don't feel like that's what Spirit wants for us right now. Because for me, what they're showing me in my mind's eye is somebody that is stuck in thought and intellect and trying to figure things out from a state of mind rather than a state of feeling. And you need to go with feel here, okay? Now on the growth and the assessing card, you've got the Messenger of Air or the Page of Swords. This is thirsting knowledge, mental agility, quick-witted, curious, ideas, vigilant, guarded communication, thinks first, education, fights injustice, fair and truth. So whatever resonates for you there is your personal message with this card. Okay? This growth that you're going through, like I said, at this point in time, you were not to be in that idealist place. You were to be in a place of love so that you could be open to the feelings that were coming through, because that's what's guiding you forward, okay? But once you reach this place of growth, which is approximately the 22nd of May, you're going to shift back into a place of intellect, because you're going to have the ability and going to need the ability to assess things from a place of thinking rather than feeling, okay? But you will go back into the feels. You still have to, follow your intuitive guidance, because that is never going to steer you wrong. But Spirit is asking you to give things just a little bit of thought and gain the knowledge necessary. So whatever pops into your mind, the thoughts that pop in there, give some time to those, okay? Give them some, what's the word I'm looking for? I can't think of what it is. I know what they're putting in my head. I just cannot translate it right now for some reason. But allow yourself to do a little bit of thinking. Don't overthink. And it's not about your thoughts. It's about the thoughts that are popping into your head. It's about the thoughts that Spirit is placing there. Okay? You still want to go by feel to some degree, but you want to do some thinking, because this is a time for you to assess. You're growing and expanding, and you need to be able to assess, because you still don't have full clarity, full vision. Sorry, you are going to have clarity. You're not going to have the visual. And that's when you really have to step back into your feels. So you're coming out of a place of thinking about things into a place of growth. It's an intuitive growth. So you're going to feel at this point in time, right? You need to come out of this and you need to feel for this growth. But you are going to be helped and guided by Spirit for that growth. Then you're going to shift into a place of wanting knowledge. You're wanting to think things through. Thoughts are going to be placed in your head. Listen to them. Give them the credit that is due to them, because that is Spirit placing ideas into your head, okay? And then you need to go with the feeling, because once you get the feeling, that's the magnet that draws everything to you in your life. And that's what Spirit wants you to do. Get to that place where you can properly, intellectually assess things and then really get into the feeling of it so that you can draw it to you. Spirit is taking things away from you at this point in time to make room for what's on its way in. I am having everything removed from my life. I am giving away everything but my personal and my fur baby's necessities. I'm selling, giving away. There's no storage unit. I'm going to have everything I own with me in that 22-foot trailer. And if you're going through the same thing right now, the reasoning behind that is that you have everything that you've ever wished for and dreamed of lining up, waiting to come into your world when you have the room for it, when you're ready for it, and when you can call it in emotionally, right? That's what this time period is all about right here. And we're still in the month of May. Everything here, other than the darkness card, is around the end of May. So the end of May, beginning of June, I feel like you guys are going to start realizing the blessings coming in. They're not going to likely come in, one fell swoop, one great big dump of bliss, because that's not how you want it to happen anyways. But you're going to start to feel the blessings flow in your life one at a time. I'm already starting to feel them. There's things that are happening for me that are just yippee. I'm so glad they're happening. You're going to be there too. Now, assessing and discernment. We've got the Messenger of Pentacles, but it's in reverse. So what it means in this deck when it's in reverse is doesn't follow, underachiever, lacks goals, no common sense, bad news, and missed opportunities. This, I want you to understand that the messages that Spirit is guiding me to on this card for you is doesn't follow. You're not supposed to. Don't conform. Don't follow everybody else. You are becoming a leader. You are to take the lead in your life and move in the direction that you're guided to move in, no matter what anyone else thinks. Even if you look at it and think, if you're guided, you want to go. I wasn't too crazy about getting rid of everything I've ever owned. I mean, I've got things that I've owned for over 20 years that I absolutely love, and I've had to let go of them. But if I was to say to you that if you were to let go of everything in your life other than your basic needs and your necessities, because when you do, Spirit is going to make you more prosperous than you can ever imagine. You're going to be happier than you've ever been in your life, and love is coming in like you've never felt it. Would you be willing to give up those things? I'm willing to bet you're on the other end going, yeah, you bet I would. So that's what Spirit's message is here. That is what's coming. The big ticket, Spirit is saying, the big ticket, it's on its way in. Make room for what you really want because it's coming. Okay? So doesn't follow. Do not follow. You want to lead. You are becoming a leader. That's your growth here. You are being a healer, a leader, whatever it is. You're taking charge, okay? Underachiever. Now, that's a negative, but it's not a negative. Spirit wants you to be an underachiever. Don't bust your butt at work, okay? Some of you are, I know for me, I'm being guided to let go of everything, especially debt. I'm selling my vehicle to get rid of my monthly payments. Anything else I've got. I was going to get a storage unit for the things I really love that I can't fit into the trailer. I was guided away from that. Spirit is wanting us to let go of anything and everything that could possibly cause us financial stress moving forward. Okay? If you've got debt that you can rid yourself of it. If there's debt that you can't because the only way to rid yourself of it is to pay it off, like a charge card or a line of credit. Those obviously cannot be removed, okay? But if you've got a new vehicle that you're making payments on and you're struggling to make those payments, let it go. Okay? Because all it's going to do, you're not going to have a lot of money moving forward here right away. And all it's going to do is stress you out, thinking, am I going to have enough money to pay these things? And that's just going to slow down or block what's coming. You don't want to do that, because what's coming is bigger than you could ever imagine. Okay? So underachiever, there's not going to be a lot of work. There's not going to be a lot of money, and that's the way it's supposed to be. You're supposed to be relaxing. Lax goals. Yes. Goals as in, I have to get this work done by this day, or I have to get this into the bank to pay this bill by the Spirit wants you to get rid of those things. No stress, no anxiety. Just take a staycation. Okay? Relax. Sit back. Chill out. Don't worry about things. They're all going to be taken care of anyway, so you do not have to worry about them. But ridding yourself of the things that you know you're not going to be able to not stress or have anxiety over, get rid of them. No common sense. That's not a message here, okay? Bad news, that's not a message. Missed opportunities. You have not missed an opportunity, but Spirit doesn't want you to. That's why you're being asked to let go of the weight, the burdens in your life. That's what it's all about. It's about the burdens, okay? Because your head is in the clouds right now. In other words, you've got way too much going on. You can't see, you cannot logically figure out what you want to do, the direction you need to go in. You're not connected. You can't be. It's a blockage. So you have to go by feel, okay? You got to go by feel. That's the only way to move forward. But you've got to get rid of the mental bondage I'm hearing. Whatever you're feeling attached to. That was the other lesson for me, getting rid of the things I'm having to get rid of. What really matters to me? What's important? Me, my dogs, my family. My material things are not important. And although the irony of that is by letting go of all the material in your life, you're going to gain material things, which kind of doesn't make sense, but it's all about what you've been wishing for in the past, what you've really wanted, okay? It's coming. Now this is Gaia Oracle, and we're on the Messenger of Water, or the Page of Cups, and the Page of Swords. You've got Ganesha, number 31, clearing away obstacles, protection, and guidance. If you remember no other card in this reading today, remember this one. This is your near future, your immediate future, okay? Spirit has and is clearing away all obstacles, but you can help that by not creating more obstacles, by stressing or having anxiety attacks because you don't know how you're going to pay this bill. And of course, Spirit is always going to make sure your needs are met. Always. But they're asking you to take a step in a direction. And you want to do that. This is a good thing. This is going to clear the air for you. It's going to clear up everything for you. Now the next card here on the Messenger of Air, Page of Swords and Page of Earth, or Page of Pentacles in reverse is, okay, I'm sorry, I'm being taken back here again. Page of Pentacles in reverse. Spirit is also saying that this is upright. It's about the tangible. It's about the material side of life. Things that you can touch and feel and smell and taste. It's the tangible. You're getting ready for that to come in. You're being asked, it's in reverse because you're being asked to release the material things in your life that are not necessities. Okay? Because you've got bigger and better things headed your way. Things that you really want. New things. Not new to you things. They're going to be new. So this card here you've got is absolutely beautiful. It's card number 26. Breaks down to an 8, everyone, which is all about abundance, right? 31 breaks down to a 4. Stability, having a solid foundation. Dissolving unwanted or disturbing thoughts. Let them go. That's exactly what we just talked about here with the Page of Pentacles being in reverse and the Page of Swords. You want to let go of all of that, anything that might create negative thoughts, negative emotions. The thoughts especially, like I said, oh my God, am I going to have enough money to make that payment this week? You got to let those things go if you want to move forward. Now the next card I got was Divine Doors, and this is your picture. That's your doorway, okay? And on the back it says, Divine Guardian, do not be nervous today or tonight. The path you are on will lead you just right. Trust. The path that you're being guided on, that you're being asked to get on and stay on, is the right path. It's going to take you exactly where you want to go. Now, I did want to clarify the darkness card because I kind of wanted to know a little bit more about what that situation was for all of you. And here's what we got. We got the Sun card, the Ten of Swords, and the Magician. This darkness was something that needed to be pulled away from you because you didn't see it. You didn't see the darkness. This is where you were in that situation, whether it's a relationship, a situationship, a job, a career, a business, where you're living, a friend, a family member, it doesn't matter. Whatever this represents for you from back in December, this issue that you were pulled away from, you did not see it as a darkness. You saw it as something absolutely amazing, beautiful, bright, sunny. But it wasn't. It wasn't for your highest good, and that's why you had to be pulled out of it. Some of you, it caused a lot of pain being pulled out of it. Some of you maybe had to walk away from a relationship, or you maybe had a relationship that you always wanted to take place that had been in your mind for a long time. And you came to the realization here that it's never going to be. It's over. This also represents you being pulled out of that place of suffering and pain. Okay? This is an ending to that. Being pulled away from this darkness created the ending to you hurting and suffering. It was the start to that. Okay? And that's what brings your growth and your assessment and your discernment. You're going to be able to see this for what it truly was. And then the Magician. Being removed from that situation, whatever it entailed, is allowing you the manifestation that wants to come through at this point in time. That was what the growth was all about. And you did a great job, because everything that you've wanted to manifest is sitting right here. Right here. It wants to come into your world. You got to be ready for it. So now that we've done this, I want to look, or show, I've already looked, I want to show you the bottom of the decks. Now that we've finished with these decks, this is part of your overall energy. Look at this, Ace of Pentacles. Like I said, there is so much money and material things that you've been wanting, maybe a new car, a new home, big purchases coming for you. I don't know where the money's coming from, and I'm sure you don't either. And the where, the hows, the wins, those aren't ours. That's Spirit. Spirit makes that decision. Okay? So you do have a lot headed your way. Make room for it. Two of Wands, making a plan, vision, opportunity, decisions. A goal without a plan is just a wish, considering every angle. Have a plan. Have an intention. Know what you want. Know how you want to move toward it. Feel the direction. Feel the direction for yourself. Spirit is guiding you. You will feel it. Now I wanted to get Beyond Lemuria card for you at the end. So this is the card that came out here. This is your picture. Every card has a different picture on the front of it. And then on the back of it, there's a different message from Spirit. And this one, could not have been more perfect. It says stepping through. Step in and step up all those dreams or projects you've been resisting. Now is the time to start, even if it's just one small element of the bigger picture. No more excuses or tomorrows. Whatever you have been putting off, the universe is now pushing you to make it happen. You may feel a little outside your comfort zone, but that's where the magic is. You know that. As I move out of my comfort zone and into this place of getting rid of all the things that I had around me that is part of my comfort, because they're familiar, I recognize them. They have an energetic feel of home for me. You release all that, you're on your own. You're out there on your own. And not only that, I'm going to a place that I've never lived in this trailer before. I've never lived in a trailer. I don't know how that's going to be. I think it's going to be great. But what do I do at the end of those 3 months? I'm only there till the end of August. Then what? I will have no belongings that I know of, no bed to sleep in, no kitchen table to eat off of, no couch in the living room to sit on, no home, period. But then Spirit reminded me that I will have a place to sit, I will have a place to eat and a place to sleep, because I will have that trailer. I can purchase that trailer if I want to, because it's my sister's and she does want to sell it. So if I decide I like it, maybe that's what Spirit hasn't planned for me. I've always wanted to live in BC. Maybe that's where I'm headed. So get out of your comfort zone. Jump into the magic, because the closer I get to getting rid of everything I own, the more magical my life feels, the happier I am, the better everything feels. Okay? You may need to plot a course, invent a way through, or take a leap. Just take a leap. Break it down. Allow the puzzle to come together piece by piece. That's what I was saying earlier. Take it slow. Slow down. It's all going to come in. It might come in a day or two after you feel like you're really needing that answer, but it will come in. So just wait for it. So allow the puzzle to come together piece by piece through the courageous act of making a start. Take that first step. That's what you're being asked to do. Have the balls to make that move. You will never look back. You will never be happier. You will never be more prosperous. And you will never feel that kind of love. You will realize you've never felt that kind of love, but you will be now. That's all I have for you. I hope it resonates. I hope it helps you all. Don't forget, Andrew's link is down below if you're interested in those candles. They are absolutely out of this world beautiful. He's such a craftsman. Thank you again, Andrew, for the gift. I truly appreciate it. I appreciate everything you've done for me. I am going to move on now, and I will see you in the next one.